rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. You can get involved by calling 888-7753-773, 888-77-JESSE. If you missed the first hour of the show, I gave my impression of last night, State of the Union address by the Great White Hope, President Trump. I have to say, it was the greatest speech, most honest speech that I've ever heard out of State of the Union. And it was mind-blowing. You will have to be out of your mind not to understand and appreciate what President Trump has done in the first year being in office and what he's planned to do going forward. It's for Americans. Putting the country first. The Democrats they were not happy last night. It was like they were sitting on needles and pins, dressed in African clothes, looking dumb, looking like idiots. They're failures.
Tonight, I want to talk about what kind of future we're going to have and what kind of a nation we're going to be. All of us together as one team, one people, and one American family can do anything.
Yeah.
We all share the same home, the same heart, the same destiny, and the same great American flag. Together, we are rediscovering the American way. In America, we know that faith and family, not government and bureaucracy, are the center of American life. The motto is, "In God we trust."
That's right.
And we celebrate our police, our military, and our amazing veterans as heroes who deserve our total and unwavering support.
You know, when the president was speaking about that, it just reminded me, I have not heard a president recognize, appreciate, and honor the men and women who have done and are doing so much, giving their lives to make this country safe, to make it great. They are sacrifices for us, and I've not. It almost seems like it's new. It's been so long since I've seen or heard anything like this from a president.
Here tonight is Preston Sharp, a 12-year-old boy from Redding, California, who noticed that veterans' graves were not marked with flags on Veterans Day. He decided all by himself to change that and started a movement that has now placed 40,000 flags at the graves of our great heroes. Preston, a job well done.
Yes.
Young patriots like Preston teach all of us about our civic duty as Americans. And I met Preston a little while ago, and he is something very special that I can tell you. Great future. Thank you very much for all you've done, Preston. Thank you very much. Preston's reverence for those who have served our nation reminds us of why we salute our flag, why we put our hands on our hearts for the Pledge of Allegiance, and why we proudly stand for the national anthem.
Yes. Fire those SOBs. Get rid of them. It was just mind-blowing. You know, it makes me, I am already proud to be an American, but it just brings it home for me even more so. Someone cares about the country that's in government. We have not had this in so long, folks. Read my brand new article on WorldNetDaily.com, my weekly column. Every week I write a brand new column. This one is Trump, a good father to America. Trump, a good father to America. What a great time to write this article after last night's State of the Union speech. It was amazing. I was captivated the whole hour and 20 minutes or so. It was more than a notion. It was so good. I've never heard anything like that before. It was so honest. It was so true. He laid out the things he's done in 1 year and his plan for the upcoming. It was amazing. And it was interesting to see the Democrats look as though they were alive but barely breathing. They were alive but barely breathing because Trump is a good father to America. And they never had a good father. Never seen one. Never, ever, ever, ever. It was a tearjerker last night. So many Americans have had to endure unnecessary pain and hurt due to the failure of past administrations. And losers, Democrats. The Democrats are losers. And anybody who vote for the Democratic Party, and call yourself a Christian, you are a liar, and the truth ain't in you. It's not in you. Last night was a tearjerker for a laughter, and we were laughing, crying, appreciating, enjoying, inspired. Here is an example of the tearjerker last night.
Struggling communities, especially immigrant communities, will also be helped by immigration policies that focus on the best interests of American workers and American families. For decades, open borders have allowed drugs and gangs to pour into our most vulnerable communities. They've allowed millions of low-wage workers to compete for jobs and wages against the poorest Americans. Most tragically, they have caused the loss of many innocent lives. Here tonight are two fathers and two mothers, Evelyn Rodriguez, Freddie Cuevas, Elizabeth Alvarado, and Robert Mickens. Their two teenage daughters, Kayla Cuevas and Nisa Mickens, were close friends on Long Island. But in September 2016, on the eve of Nisa's 16th birthday, such a happy time it should have been, neither of them came home. These two precious girls were brutally murdered while walking together in their hometown. 6 members of the savage MS-13 gang have been charged with Kayla and Nisa's murders.
Amazing, huh? Thank you, Democrats. It's because of you and the right on Republicans for not putting the wall up, deporting illegal aliens. It's a sad, sad story.
Many of these gang members took advantage of glaring loopholes in our laws to enter the country as illegal, unaccompanied alien minors and wound up in Kayla and Nisa's high school. Evelyn, Elizabeth, Freddie, and Robert, tonight everyone in this chamber is praying for you. Everyone in America is grieving for you. Please stand. Thank you very much. I want you to know that 320 million hearts are right now breaking for you. We love you. Thank you. While we cannot imagine the depths of that kind of sorrow, we can make sure that other families never have to endure this kind of pain. Tonight I am calling on Congress to finally close the deadly loopholes that have allowed MS-13 and other criminal gangs to break into our country. We have proposed new legislation that will fix our immigration laws and support our ICE and Border Patrol agents. These are great people. These are great, great people that work so hard in the midst of such danger so that this can never happen again.
Amazing, huh? And yet the Democrats fight night and day to keep the illegal aliens here and bring in more by not supporting a big, beautiful wall around the borders. And they are doing it for politics, for wealth, for power. That's all they care about. They don't care about the people. Did you see them last night? They looked dead. And what was up with Cory Booker? Cory looked like, he was like, look at him. He was looking as though he, like Satan was looking through his eyes. He was swollen. And Chuck Schumer, maybe Cory Booker was constipated. James just said he was. It looks as though he was. And Chuck Schumer looked as though he was alive but barely breathing. What a mess. Baba, go-to guy out of Los Angeles, California. Thank you for calling and thanks for holding, sir. You're on the air.
Jesse, thanks for taking my call. Oh,
yes,
man.
Sir.
I don't know how Donald Trump kept it together, while he was giving those parents, while he was speaking about those parents and their teenage daughters. That was amazing. That was the amazing part, because everybody else's heart was breaking and weeping, and yet he kept it together. I don't know how he does that.
He has a strong soul.
I don't know, but I was just, that was the most amazing moment of the night, to tell you the truth.
I don't know if I've ever seen that at a State of the Union, that type of love and emotion and caring, and it was, so much happened there last night. The USA chants. It was like an amazing night. Talking about being from the old school, Donald, the Great White Hope is from the old school.